Alright, I am back. A lot of that lag was caused by my internet, apparently. Um, yeah, but I am back now. So, I did move some stuff around, so I better move it back to where I had it. Anyway, let's get back to reading some of those short stories. And I have no clue how much of that one I was just reading, the last one that you guys actually heard, so... You know what, maybe I'll just read both of them again. I wouldn't mind that. But yeah. Oh, and if any of you guys want the link to the short story I'm reading so you can read along, let me know and I will send it to you. But yeah, here, let me just pull it up again. Give me one moment, guys. I mean, I'm not gonna put it on the screen, but yeah, I don't know why I'm not, but I just don't know. Hey, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? How's your stream? Didn't get to watch a lot of it, but yeah, no game was working earlier, so oh. Yeah, hang on. I gotta do something. I'm still gonna sit at my computer, but so I can talk to you guys. But I just need to do this real quick. But I hope your stream was good. Hope you got some stuff done. Okay, let's see. I think I have not used this command because I forget about it, but there we go. I knew I had that command somewhere. But yep. Heyo. Good, yeah, I'm not dropping frames this time, so I guess that's partially my internet too. But yeah. Hope everything is going well. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I asked you some other stuff, but I don't remember. Which you might have heard that I don't know. Yeah, alright, let's get back. So I have read 2 short stories so far. Alright, you enjoy your walk, sir. I need to go on some walks soon. That'd be good. Okay, there we go. I was gonna pull these up. Oh yeah, okay, so this is part of this guy's series of doing a letter each. Right here, and I'm gonna bookmark these 2 because I really like this. I might come back to this. So Short stories. Save. Save. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna read the first one again. Just because I don't know how good my internet was, and I want to. So, alright, let's read this again. So this one is, the author is, I'm not gonna try to pronounce the name because I don't want to butcher it, but I better change this too. But the name is, or you know what? Maybe. Hang on. Maybe I'll do this. Hang on, let me go in here, grab this. Copy. Go back to here, paste. And turn that off. Yeah, okay, I like that. Alright, I mean, that's kind of a lot. I might change this later, but anyway, okay, so this person's name, or this guy's name, Mohit, first name, and Mamoria is the last name. And this story is called Zero. Also, I'm gonna turn off the music because I didn't have it on last time. Here we go. But yeah, story is called Zero. Zero is a beautiful number. Not because it is round and cute, that could be an argument for it nonetheless, but because what it signifies. It marks the beginning of something. It marks the lowest something, or someone can go. Okay, I just realized I wasn't reading that sentence right earlier. It marks the lowest something or someone can go. It is the ultimate foundation to build anything upon. Over the last several years, I've started several things from scratch and have failed at many, thus going back to zero. And I've realized there's nothing more liberating than being at zero, because the only way from zero is upwards. A very good friend once told me, "Don't worry if you've failed. Rockets that touch the sky always launch from the ground." Is J.K. Rowling? How do you say that guy's name? Because I've heard it both ways. I don't know. Anyway, one of my favorite authors says, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." While zero is liberating, thrilling, and exciting, it sometimes also is daunting and overwhelming. Sometimes I have found myself afraid to do something because I was comfortable being at zero. Oh, sorry, I lost my place. I was comfortable being at zero, and the task to go from 0 to 1 seemed unnerving. This challenge of writing 26 stories was one such adventure. I remember it was the 1st of April when I decided to pen down a story for each letter of the alphabet. I was afraid if I was unknowingly planning to fool myself on April 1st. I had no clue what to write, even for the first letter of the alphabet. I was afraid I'd ruin 26 stories if I began writing them just for the sake of writing. What gave me the courage to take upon the challenge was to lower the expectations that I'd have from these stories. My purpose was not to write 26 bestseller stories. Mine was to make a habit of writing every day. Some days, everything that came out of my pen was garbage, and on a few days, I loved what my hands typed on the blank paper. And today, with this last story, I am back at zero. A solid foundation for the next adventure. Writing has become my daily habit, and I can remember to write even without my calendar sending me a reminder. I am curious, what could I make out of this habit? Shall I start another writing adventure? Will it be a similar series? Will it be a novel, long due now, or something different altogether? Whatever it be, I guess I'll be little less nervous to begin whatever comes next. I am at zero again, and the only way to go from here is upwards. Realizing that there'll be one less thing in my daily routine, I feel a particular kind of guilt. It's the kind of guilt that you feel when you have an ice cream without telling your younger sibling about it. You kind of like it that you had the ice cream, but also feel guilty for hiding it from them. On the adventure, whatever it be, it's time to buy an ice cream for them this time. That was Zero. I wish I came up with this short story because, wow, like that was pretty deep, not gonna lie. Um, Hold on. Something's not working that should, and this does not make any sense. I am very confused. Let me see if it's gonna start working now. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. Alright. Let's try this next story I was reading called Time Moves Fast, same author. I think I said artist earlier. I guess you could be an artist writing stories, right? I don't know. Oh, this app has this website has an app. Good to know. Again, called Time Moves Fast. Steve was among those who took pride in being called busy. He was a salesman, single and smart. He was among those who wake up early in the morning, go to work jumping from one meeting to another, come back home by dusk, spend time with the pet, and go to sleep by 9 o'clock. He was in denial of his loneliness, and somehow this had made him make extra efforts to look busy to the world. No matter what happens, no one must know Steve is lonely. Getting labeled busy is much better than getting labeled lonely, he thought. Sometimes he made special effort to look busy. Over time, he had a sales meeting in the lobby. Oh, no, this is one time. One time, he had a sales meeting in the lobby of a 5-star hotel at 10 in the morning. The other person was there on time and called Steve several times to take an update on his arrival. Every time, Steve told him he would be there in next 10 minutes. Steve wasn't really running late. He could be found sitting in a nearby cafe sipping coffee and looking at his wristwatch. He was sitting there since 9:30. As soon as the clock struck 10:30, he got up, brushed his blazer, and walked the 2-minute long distance to the hotel's lobby. "Hi, Mr. Smith. Thank you for waiting. I got stuck in this other meeting. The team will take over that meeting, and I am all yours for next 1 hour. Would you like to have something? Coffee? No, I said that order. Tea? Coffee? Water?" Mr. Smith had never seen a guy who reaches late and shows such enthusiasm. Looking this enthusiasm in Steve gave Mr. Smith a sense that it wasn't the first time he was late to a meeting. And who is regularly late to meetings? Oh, and who is regularly late to the meetings? Busy people. And who is busy? Important people. For Mr. Smith, Steve seemed to be an important person. He smiled and replied, "Water will do just fine, Steve." Steve's trick had never failed. Being late to the meetings had helped Steve Being late to the meetings had helped Steve close more sales. He closed as many sales in a week as others did in the whole quarter. No one knew his trick. His compensation was appraised every 3 months and was promoted every 6 months. The more late he got to meetings, the more sales he closed. The more sales he closed, the more he got promoted. The more he got promoted, the busier he got. Every once in a while, when going to bed at night, he used to count how many sales he had closed in that month. It used to be a 3-digit number mostly. He then used to count how many friends he had, and that count never went past 0. Before he could contemplate anything of his situation, he would fall asleep, only to wake up the next day, busier. On one such night, as his eyes were drooping, his phone rang. "Hello?" "Hi, Steve. A girl called out his name. Who is this? Stella. Stella? Oh no, wait, I messed that up there. Who's this? Stella. Stella? Stella. Stella. Stella! Hi, Stella. How have you been? Long time. Yeah, 10 years almost. It had been 10 years? Time moves fast. It doesn't. I miss you, friend. And that's the end of that story. What do you guys think about it? Let's see. Find another short story. It's kind of hard to just find random short stories. Or I should say good short stories too. I don't want like one that's like a paragraph. Chief, hey, how's it going? Nice to see you here. Yep. Kind of sucks I couldn't get any game working earlier. That kind of ruined my mood earlier. But then the stream stopped working, so then I had to get up, and then yeah. Well, and I was reading short stories there. So, yep. But and that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to find a good short story to read. I just read 2 of them. But yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. Let's see. I really should say something when people come to my stream for the first time. Let's see. Yeah, I usually play games. Um, I in a variety of games. I don't know. Let's see what you say. I'm better than I was earlier. My dad's in the hospital for a blood clot, and I visited him today. Not sure when he's getting out though. Oh yeah, I read about that in Hut server. I'm sorry about that. I hope your dad gets to feeling better. Because hospitals are no fun, and blood clots are no good. So I hope he gets to feeling better soon. With me, gotta leave in the morning early. So yeah, I'm not gonna be able to stream for like a week. Oh, he had it twice? Ooh. Yeah, that's no good. I hope they can figure something out. Maybe he won't get any more. Hello, Amp. How's it going? Oh, 10 years ago. Well, yeah, that's not good. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. He's going for treatments after he's out to stop it for good. Oh, I hope it stops for good. I can't find any good short stories. And all the ones that I'm finding are really old. What is up with this? Okay, let's see. Is this one good and is this short? Oh, it's very short. Ooh, yeah, you gotta see if it's genetic, huh? Yeah, that's kind of scary. Yeah, let's hope is. Although I never really heard of that being genetic and people getting tested for it, but I could be wrong. So, don't know. Better than earlier. My mood isn't as angry as I was because um games wouldn't work, so I decided to read short stories. So here, go ahead and read another one. Let's see. This person's name is. I'm not gonna try to read any of these people's names because wow. First name Akshita and last name Luthra. And the short story is titled "If Only." Oh, how am I supposed to read the names? Yeah. Anyway, it says, but to be driving that cursed vehicle was just one part of it all. It was just a toe of. I ain't gonna try to read that name. Name's foot. He knew he was the reason, the source of other names, pain. If only he had wished. If only he had the self-control. He could have saved her from at least a part of what she suffered. If only. But all was meaningless now. No matter how much he had tried to forget that accursed day, no matter how much he may have tried to be with her and loved her, he could do it no longer. He could not run away from that past which stood facing him, haunting him no end. He had to say it, to confess his sins. He wouldn't be able to rest until then. But how? How could he even think about losing whom he loved more than his life? His life, to save which he could not, but if only he had chosen to die on that fateful day instead of giving in to his starvation. Oh, snap. Oh, well, that took a turn. Wow. Thanks, Chief. I'm glad I made it to 50. Just gotta get to affiliate now, which means I gotta get viewers up, but, that's a bit harder to do, but, I really don't want to read AI generated prompts of short stories, but that's all I can find. Hmm. Wow. Wow. Oh, goodness. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. My stream's having issues. Your end could be having issues. Everything could be having issues. I don't know what to tell you. And I'm just trying to find more short stories now. So if you find any good ones, send them to me. That is not a short story. Oh, thanks for the follow. Funniest Chief 117 or 117. Thank you, I appreciate it. You know, right? All right. Wow, okay. I don't know why they call these short stories. Some of these are not short at all. Okay, let me just skim through this. Nope, can't read that one. So all these are kind of like sad or like they have a really deep backstory or whatever, but oh, nope. And that one's not short. Great, great. Short stories. Okay. Do, 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 do. Okay, I mean, this one isn't short. Oh, this is not short at all. You know what? I'm just gonna read it anyway. I need something. So this one is No Forwarding Address by Laura, last name Jarosz. The traffic ticket was the last straw. For the most part, Casey loved her little bungalow. It was the perfect size for her, in walking distance from the train, a small locally owned supermarket, and a great mom and pop breakfast diner. The only problem was that a string of previous tenants had left their marks on the DIY projects of dubious quality, and the buckets of mail they still received at Casey's address. Monica Volkov was the worst one. For all the other ghosts of tenants past, Casey only received ad mailers and the occasional request for a charity donation. But for Monica Volkov, she always got serious stuff. Serious stuff. Envelopes that clearly contained hospital bills or insurance policies, even the occasional package. It was almost as if Monica Volkov had never bothered to tell anyone she didn't live there anymore. Usually, Casey just wrote "Return to Sender" on these things and silently wished Monica Volkov the best of luck getting her stuff. When the bright red envelope from the Traffic Enforcement Division arrived at her mailbox announcing that she'd run a red light equipped with an automatic camera, which caused Casey to spiral into a minor panic attack, and it turned out to be addressed to Monica Volkov, she decided she'd had enough. It had been her house for nearly 5 years. Why did I start reading like that? It had been her. Wait, I forgot where I was. Oh, okay, there we go. It had been her house for nearly 5 years at this point. It was time for Monica Volkov to take some responsibility and start updating her address. Casey had never actually met the woman, though after reading so much of her mail, Casey certainly felt like she knew her. All Casey actually knew about the mysterious former tenant was that the landlord had told her in passing, which was that Monica was an overnight nurse at a local nursing home, but that was enough. That evening, she called the nursing home and asked for Monica Volkov. Miraculously, she was transferred right to her. "Monica speaking," said a woman on the other end of the line. "Hi," Casey began. "This is gonna sound weird, but I live in your former house." "Oh," Monica Volkov said, sounding bemused. "So, I still get a lot of your mail," Casey continued, "and this week I got a traffic ticket addressed to you, so I thought you would want to know. And maybe update your address?" Monica Volkov sputtered in irritation. "Oh, I don't own that car anymore. I gave it to my cousin. The ticket must be his." "So you're getting tickets for a car you no longer own at an address where you no longer live?" Casey couldn't keep the edge out of her voice. She was great at adulting herself, but this was a whole new level of apathy. "It sounds like it might be a good idea to contact the DMV and, update your information." "Please don't call me at work again," Monica Volkov snapped. Casey heard her slam the phone down, and the call ended. Casey grabbed a Sharpie and wrote "Return to Sender" on the traffic ticket in the biggest letters possible, going over each line a few times so it was nice and dark. "I hope they hunt you down, Monica Volkov," she thought spitefully as she dropped it back in the mailbox. Okay, wait, let me just see what people are saying. Serious sus. And yes, thanks for plugging the Discord there. Yeah, if you haven't joined, feel free to join. Anyway, back to the story. The next morning, Casey was awakened by a loud crashing noise and rushed into the living room to discover that her cat, Snickers, had knocked her table or her tablet I know that was tabled. Had knocked her tablet off the end of the arm of the couch, sending it crashing to the ground and cracking the screen. Wasn't that just great? Casey thought. She'd wanted to upgrade it anyway. She just didn't have the money at that moment. When oops. When she returned home from work the next day, to her surprise, there was a package on the doorstep. Casey was sure she hadn't ordered anything, so its presence was mystifying. What on earth? Enthralled, she took the package inside immediately and ripped the box open. It was a brand new tablet, just the one she'd wanted too. Casey was stunned. She would have definitely remembered ordering a replacement for her broken tablet. Just in case, she checked her bank balance. No recent purchases of this size. Then how? Was it a gift? She didn't recall mentioning the mishap to any of her friends. Puzzled, she checked the packaging for a clue and discovered the answer. The package was addressed to Monica Volkov. Anger bubbled up inside her. You know what? Casey said to herself. If Monica Volkov can't be bothered to forward her mail after 5 years of moving out, it's her own fault. I'm keeping this tablet, she resolved, as payback for giving me that scare with the traffic ticket. After all, she reasoned, it showed up at my door just when I broke the other one. I meant to keep it. 2 days later, Casey was tearing apart her kitchen looking for the beaters for her electric hand mixer. She checked every drawer and cabinet, but she could only find one of the two. 2 days after that, another package for Monica Volkov was waiting for Casey when she arrived home. This is getting ridiculous, Casey thought, bringing in the package and tearing it open rather forcefully. To her astonishment, it contained a brand new mixer. Over the next 2 weeks, Casey felt no qualms about I don't know how you pronounce that. About opening any of Monica Volkov's packaging. Now that she was opening them rather than just sending them back, though, Casey was beginning to notice a pattern, and it unnerved her a bit. The packages always seemed to contain something she needed, and always exactly when she needed it to show up. When Snickers used her desk chair as a scratching post, 3 days later, a massive box was sitting on her doorstep containing the latest in ergonomic seating. When the sound went out on the TV, within a week, a new sound system, complete with subwoofer, arrived for Monica Volkov. She hadn't even known she would need the voltage tester when it showed up, but the next time she turned on the light in the laundry room, she discovered that the poorly DIY'd light fixture in there was no longer working and needed a replacement. A new pair of sneakers when she couldn't find her old ones. Some gray sweatpants exactly her size. 6 gallons of apple cider vinegar. That one remained completely inexplicable. All delivered to Casey's address for the mysterious Monica Volkov. When the box of kitchen trash bags arrived just as Casey used the last one, she was starting to freak out a little. At her wit's end, she called the nursing home once again that evening and asked for Monica Volkov. Unlike the last time, after a few moments on hold, the woman who answered the phone picked up again, without transferring Casey to Monica Volkov. Monica says she's asked you not to call her at work. But this is important, Casey stuttered. I keep getting deliveries for her, packages and stuff, and it's getting really... Monica is administering medicine to the residents right now, the woman cut her off. I have to ask you to call her when she's not on the clock. Have a good evening. With that, she hung up. Casey thoroughly creeped out. She couldn't shake the feeling that someone, maybe even Monica Volkov, was watching her. Or perhaps listening in on her. That night, she didn't sleep well. The next day, Casey came home from work to a very sick kitty throwing up in the laundry room. After rushing her little guy to the emergency vet, she was told Snickers would have to stay overnight for at least a few days. So it turned out that Casey didn't sleep very well any of those nights either. 3 days later, Snickers wasn't completely back to normal, but he was at least on the mend enough that the vet allowed her to take him back home. The thought of leaving for work when the little guy in such precarious shape churned her stomach. So when she arrived home from the vet with her cat, she was, for once, pleasantly unsurprised to see a package on her doorstep. The set of cameras she ordered. She set one up in every room, including the laundry room, which was apparently Snickers' chosen puking spot, and left for work the next morning with a bit more peace of mind knowing she could at least keep an eye on the kitty. Once at the office, Casey turned on her computer and opened her browser to the live feed of her living room. Snickers was sitting in the window, looking perfectly fine. Breathing a sigh of relief, she went on with her workday, keeping the camera feed in the corner of her screen so she could keep an eye on the cat. For the first 20 minutes, everything was fine. Then Casey was working on a particularly tedious report. Movement in the camera's frame caught her eye. Casey looked over just in time to see her front door open, and a stranger walk in. The intruder was a woman with dark hair, wearing what looked like, in the grainy footage of the camera feed, to be medical scrubs. Casey's heart leaped into her throat as she watched the intruder fiddle with the doorknob for a moment and ultimately remove a key from the knob, then place it in her pocket. Hang on, I see some chats here. I better catch back up. Let me take a break. Sounds like Snickers needs a Snickers to perk up. Right? Exactly. Man, I need a hug command, don't I? How do you set that up? I have no clue. Somebody tell me. But yeah, hello, Hangout Hut. How's it going? You're finally cozy in bed after a night at the gym. Oh, that's good. But yeah, welcome in. What's up? Couldn't get any game to work, so I decided I'm gonna read short stories. So that's where we're at. Yep. Also, somebody joined my Discord. Oh, it was Chief. Welcome. I should use that, and I'm looking at the fan art amp. I should use that for one of my emotes. Too bad I'm not affiliate yet, but we'll get there very soon, I hope. Yeah, okay. Gonna get back to reading this short story here. Which, by the way, if you came in late, hang on. Let me just say where I was at. But this one is called No Forwarding Address by Laura, and I'm not gonna try to say this last name, but it's Jarosz. Let's see. We're about about halfway. No, I'm not halfway. This is more than halfway through the story. But yeah, welcome to my Discord. Well, yeah, I'm at 50 followers. I just need to get the viewers up, and then I can do it. So yeah, and got lurk commands and unlurk commands too. So, and if you're curious about any other commands, exclamation point commands, just the Nightbot ones. I haven't set up the Stream Element ones, but I might switch over to that. We'll see. Anyway, back to the story. Casey reached for her phone and dialed 911. What's the address of your emergency? The operator asked as Casey watched the strange woman kick off a pair of sneakers and leave them near the front door. Those sneakers, Casey thought without a sickening feeling, looked really familiar. Casey hastily gave her address and blurted out, "There's someone in my house." "Are you in the house?" the operator asked. "No, I'm watching a live feed." Casey started to explain as the woman left the living room. Desperately, Casey fiddled with the camera controls, trying to remember how to switch to the other rooms to see where the woman went. "You're watching remotely and saw someone enter your house?" the operator repeated. "Do you recognize the person?" "No," Casey said. "She let herself in through the front door with a key, but I know but I don't know how she got it. It's not anyone I know. The woman reappeared in the living room with scrubs folded over her arm, now wearing one of Casey's t-shirts and a pair of sweatpants that had arrived for Monica Volkov. As the operator had Casey describe the woman, Casey watched the intruder wander into the kitchen and grab a soda from the fridge, then plop down on the couch and turn on the TV. Casey watched horrified as the woman grabbed Casey's tablet, well, Monica Volkov's tablet, technically, and began paging through a few apps. Snickers trotted over without any concern and curled up in the woman's lap, and she petted the cat absently as she lounged around in Casey's living room like she owned the place. We've dispatched an officer, the 911 operator told Casey, with a warning to keep her phone handy so that the police could call her back with an update. All Casey could do was anxiously watch from her desk as she awaited their arrival. The woman had finished her soda. Casey watched her turn off the TV, pat Snickers a few times, and yawn sleepily. Standing up and stretching, she picked up her empty soda can and her scrubs and left the room. Casey flicked through the camera feeds until she found the woman again in the kitchen, tossing her soda can in the trash. Then she headed out the kitchen toward the back of the house. Casey followed her again, catching her in the camera feed from the laundry room. She tossed her scrubs in the washer, poured in the detergent, and started the machine. Then she jumped. There was no sound from through the video feed, but it looked as if she was reacting to a noise at the front of the house. The police must be there, she thought with a shudder of relief. The woman glanced around. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Furtively, and opened a small door next to the washing machine that came up to about hip high. Casey had forgotten that door was there. It led to a small crawl space. And the last time Casey had opened it was probably the day she moved in. The camera's angle just barely showed the dark inside of the crawl space, and it was not empty. To Casey's dawning horror, she could make out a blanket or two, a small pile of folded medical scrubs, and a neat little stack of canned food. The woman knelt down, crawled inside, and shut the door behind her. And that's the end of the story. Wow. That's something else. I kind of wondered that though. I wonder if this woman I had wondered if that woman had lived in her house. Sure enough. All right. So, what do you guys think of me reading short stories? Right? That was such a cliffhanger. I kind of want more to the story, like the police coming in or something, or I don't know. No, let me look. Ah, you want me to read that? Amp, I could read that right now. I know. I don't know what happened to the story. That's just where it ends, the cliffhanger. Let me see if anybody. Hmm. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I wish there was more. I want more. I want to know how this ends. It was time for the author to sleep after so much writing. Their hands got cramps. Probably. You're not wrong. But yeah, I can read what you sent, Amp, if you want me to. I will probably butcher the entire thing, but Oh, this was a writing prompt. Oh. So the prompt was a package arrives at your character's house and they didn't expect anything. Write about what happens next. Oh, and that story I read was the one that won. Nice. But yeah, if Amp wants me to read what he sent, and then I can maybe read another one because some of these look like they're probably pretty good. Well, yeah, he did say if I read another one, I should read the book. So okay. So, um, we got characters of N, DM, PC, SC, and EK. I only sent you chapter one for a short story. Okay, yeah, that works. But yeah, like I said, if I gonna butcher like how there's different characters here, yeah. Too bad I can't. I don't think I can do one, two, three. I don't think I could do five voices, different voices. I probably could if I was thinking hard enough, but oh well. Anyway, man, let's do it. So I'm just gonna say the character's name. I'm not really gonna change like tone or anything, cause yeah. Anyway, all right. So N, or it's the beginning of the heroes, chapter one. And in night, oh, so N is narrator. I'm gonna assume. In 1929, a prince named Prince Cal II have a new job for the great hero Dragmax, but Dragmax has retired. Let's press. Okay. Uh, okay. This makes sense. Some of these. Okay, so DM is Dragmax. Okay. Okay. Okay, I got some of these characters now. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, Prince Cal. Duh. Okay, that's the other one. Got it. All right. I think I got it now. Except okay. Yeah, okay, I got the characters now. I just had to skim through it. I was like, what's going on here? Okay, that makes sense. I'll start over. Narrator. In 1929, a prince named Prince Cal II have a new job for the great hero Dragmax, but Dragmax has retired. Dragmax. Let go of me. What do you want? Prince Cal II. I have a new job for you. Dragmax. I'm retired. Prince Cal. I don't care. I need your help. Dragmax. Like what? Prince Cal. I need you to betray the king. Dragmax. I'm not betraying my king. Prince Cal. Betray him or leave the kingdom and never come back. Narrator. Dragmax wants his good friend Sir Chix-a-Lot house to see if he will go with him. Oh, went. Okay. Dragmax went to his good friend Sir Chix-a-Lot house to see if he will go with him. Dragmax. Hey noob. Sir Chix-a-Lot. Hey, Dragmax. How do you how do you like to leave the kingdom with me? Sir Chix-a-Lot. No, why? Dragmax. I'm going to see Merlot. Merlot? Would that be Merlot? That'd be Merlot, wouldn't it? Because the T silent. Sir Chix-a-Lot. Okay, I'm in. Narrator. Dragmax and Sir Chix-a-Lot go to see Merlot and they go on an adventure. So this is both Sir Chix-a-Lot and Dragmax. Hey, Merlot. Merlot. Hey, guys, and yes, I will go. Sir Chix-a-Lot. How do you know? Merlot. I have my ways. Narrator. Dragmax, Sir Chix-a-Lot, and Merlot went on an adventure, and at the end, the evil king stops them and pushes them into a hole. Dragmax. That was fun. Merlot. True. Evil king. I'm guessing that's evil king. No way you are going. Sir Chix-a-Lot. Going to defeat you, evil king. Haha, you can't defeat me. Jagmax, why not? Evil King, you're in my trap. Bye bye. I like that. If this is a whole book, that'd be a pretty good book, I'm not gonna lie. But yes, and those names are really good, I'm not gonna lie. I like those names. But yeah. Man, I would read this whole book. Like this seems like, and if it's a bunch of short stories too, that'd be pretty cool. But if it's just this whole story the whole time, all right. Let's see. I'm gonna read another story from that prompt because that prompt is pretty interesting. That you get a package, but they didn't order anything, and you just get to choose where it comes from. Skimming through, making sure there's nothing weird. Okay, this one works. It is called Unexpected Gift by Zachary. Last name Seda. I don't want to butcher if it's a real person's name, because then I'd feel bad. Anyway, all right. Unexpected Gift. A mild lavender aroma permeated the air. It mixed with the sweet smell of peppermint white mocha, leaving a delightful scent where Caroline sat on the sofa. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I don't know why, but I got hungry all of a sudden. So I'm gonna go get a snack. Like honestly though, I'm like really hungry all of a sudden. I kind of need a snack. So listen to some music while I go do that. I know I just started reading the story, but I'll just start it over again. But I'm like, I just got really hungry all of a sudden. This is really weird. But yeah, enjoy some music. And I'm back, and I also just realized that music was not very loud as I usually have it. Although maybe that's a good thing because I honestly have no clue how loud it is, and that probably would have scared some people. But yes, thank you, thank you. Dang, you know what? I should have. No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna say I should have typed exclamation point lurk and then unlurk when I came back. I mean, who's to say I can't do that still? Why not? Also, because I think my messages are kind of funny. But yeah, that's my lurk and unlurk messages. If you ever get a chance to stop by, but you can't stay, or you stop by and then you gotta go, and then you come back later. Boom. Um. Anyway, excuse me. Um. What was I gonna say? But yes, let us get back to reading the story. Actually, give me just a second. Get back to where I was. Man, I don't know but yeah, with my lurk and unlurk messages, I don't know, I've just been watching, or I had been watching, quite a few people, and they had that, and I'm like, man, maybe I really should have one. And then, sure enough, um, I I did it, and boom, and that's where we're at now. Yep. But anyways, let's get back into. Oh, let's get back to this story, which I'm just gonna start over. But the story is called. Oh, wait, I need to change scenes. Although I guess technically too, I have the wrong chat box here because it really shouldn't be staying up there the entire time while I'm reading. So like I just thought about that because I have a different one when I'm gaming. So I feel like that also apply here. Here we go. Okay, let me just make sure I got the right one. Make sure it works. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, okay, it popped up. And then it should disappear. You know, I'll just get to reading and whatever, it doesn't work. Whatever. Unexpected gift. A mild lavender aroma permeated the air. It mixed with the sweet smell of peppermint white chocolate mocha, leaving a delightful scent where Caroline sat on the sofa. She read her book. She read her book while she waited for the mocha to cool. She had just finished the weekend chores around the house and wanted to spend the afternoon immersed in her books. The doorbell rang to pause relaxation for Caroline as she looked over the sofa towards the front door with irritation. They had come a few minutes earlier. Oh, no. Had they come a few minutes earlier, they would have caught her before she sat down. Only typical for them to have waited until after. With a long dramatic sigh, Caroline inched her way up until she finally stood. She shuffled over to the door, peering through the peephole to see who had impeccable timing. Yet no one was there but a van pulling out of her driveway. A delivery. Caroline unlocked the 3 locks on her door, opening it up to look down at the small box sitting on her porch. Only one was there, to which she picked up and glanced at the address to verify it was meant for her. And it was. Taking one more look around her cul-de-sac, seeing several kids laughing in the street while playing soccer, Caroline stepped back inside her house and shut the door, relocking the locks. She took the package over to the coffee table where her cooling mocha still sat. She left for the kitchen, returning with a knife in hand as she sat down on the sofa again. Pulling the package closer to her, Caroline cut the tape carefully to avoid damaging whatever was inside. She opened the lid and reached in to pull out a small black box. Caroline looked at the box, realizing it was spray-painted thin cardboard with additional tape. She cut the tape with the same care and opened the box to see a gold necklace inside. Caroline gasped at not just the beauty of the necklace, one with the small pendant showing a tiger lily, but that it was her necklace, the one she had lost a couple days ago that distressed her. Caroline took it out immediately, put it on, brushing her fingers over the pendant and feeling a wave of relief rush inside her. She looked back at the box to see a little piece of paper inside. Taking it out, Caroline unfolded it and revealed a note. Hello, Caroline. You may not... That sounds kind of creepy, the way I just said that. Hello, Caroline. You may not remember me as we sit on entirely different sides of the office, but I found your necklace under your desk a few days ago. I stayed late and went to grab a coffee. When I looked over at your desk, I noticed a glint on the ground. I've seen you wear the necklace around, so I knew it was yours. I'm sorry I didn't give it back to you the next day, but I wanted to use this as an opportunity to talk to you. We usually don't get to, and I'll be honest, I'm shy. I wanted to know if maybe you'd like to grab a coffee with me someday. There's a nice place on 3rd Street that makes excellent lattes. If not, it's no worries, and I hope you can forgive me for holding onto this necklace for a few days to write this letter. Sincerely, Thomas Andrew. P.S. If you're wondering how I got your address, I work in HR. Apologies if that was wrong of me to do. The electronic doors slid open as Caroline walked into the lobby of the retirement home. A giant chandelier hung in the open area of the lobby where all the floors could overlook it. Various people were wandering the lobby on their way for food from the kitchen, listening to the live music by the large fireplace, or heading back to their apartments for the night. Caroline had been here plenty of times, so she knew her way around. After signing in at the front desk, she moved towards the elevator and took them to the third floor. Hanging a left out of the elevator, Caroline only had to go a few apartments over to get to the one she was looking for. The door had a welcome sign hanging on it with fake flowers with fake flowers dressing the frame. Caroline knocked a couple of times before the door opened for her to see her mother. "Hi, Mom," she said to the elderly woman with a smile. "Honey," her mom replied as she embraced her daughter tightly. "It's good to see you again," Caroline says. "I have news." "Oh, come in," her mother gestured and stepped aside. Caroline walked into the living room to see the usual decoration. White sofas off to the side with a little fountain trickling water on the black coffee table. Plants were placed everywhere, some even hung up. Pictures dotted every wall with family members Caroline hadn't seen a long while. Hang on, let me get a sip of water. Here we go. The living room turned into the kitchen off to Caroline's right, where she put her bag from work as well as her jacket. She walked over to the sofa to sit with her mother, who eagerly waited to hear Caroline's words. But she didn't have to wait for her words, as a necklace revealed itself wrapped around Caroline's neck. "You found it!" exclaimed her mother, reaching out for the pendant to see it closer. "Actually, I didn't," Caroline replied, smiling. "Thomas did." Her mother looked up at Caroline with a slight smirk. "Is this the same Thomas you always talk about?" Caroline nodded. "What did he say?" "He wants to get coffee sometime," Caroline said, rubbing the back of her neck as a wave of butterflies fluttered around in her stomach. "And? Are you going to do it?" her mother asked with a raised eyebrow. Caroline didn't answer at first, staring off in the distance with blurred vision. She smiled again, giggling a little unintentionally. Yeah, I think I will." "About time," her mother said. No, let me read that again. "About time," her mother said. Caroline looked at her mother with an open mouth. "Hey, you know how nervous I get about things like this. Not all relationships are going to be bad, sweetheart. Sometimes you just have to go for it." "I know." "So, do you have the letter?" "Let me see," her mother exclaimed. Caroline laughed and went to fetch the letter she neatly folded back into its original box. The rest of the night, her mother and she enjoyed their conversations while they ate dinner, but Caroline's mind continued to drift off to Thomas' letter. To Thomas's... Okay, well, that's not grammatically correct, but letter. Maybe this was a chance for something better. The end. See, I like how this one ended. The other one kind of felt like it just kind of just fell off a cliff. Oh, wait a minute. Was this prompt new? Like recently? Oh, it ended on December 4th at midnight, basically. And it was, yeah, December 4th, and it started on November 26th. Wow, so these are like new short stories. Ooh. That's kind of nice. But yeah, I like that story. Let's see. And then Captain Amp sent me another chapter 2. So we'll go ahead and read that. Well, no. Let me have a sip of water. I need to drink more water. Especially need to drink water if I'm reading. Well, if I'm talking a lot, but yeah. There we go. Chapter 2, The New Superheroes. Narrator. Now the three friends went in... Sorry. Let me adjust how I'm sitting. Narrator. Now the three friends went in on time. Now they're in 2021. Uh, Man, I forgot some of the names already. That is a bad. Sir Chicks-a-Lot. Where are we? Dragmax. Do you mean when are we? Merlot. You did not. Dragmax. I did. Sir Chicks-a-Lot. It looks like we're in 2021. Dragmax. What? Sir Chicks-a-Lot. The sign. Narrator. The three friends went in the city where they time traveled to, and they found three new people and teamed up. Dragmax. Hey guys, do you see what I see? Merlot. Three people dancing. Sir Chicks-a-Lot. Do you think they might join us in our adventure? Merlot. Hey, do you guys want to join us? Uh, I don't know this abbreviation. I'm just gonna say that's like the group. Who are you? We are Dragmax. Oh, this is Dragmax. We are Dragmax, Sir Chicks-a-Lot, and Merlot. You are you. Uh, okay, this person then answer. We are Villimer, Captain Trooper, and Iron Griff, but our name is George, Danny, and Fred. Okay, that's a new person. Hey, it's Danny. How's it going? I'm reading short stories because I couldn't get any game to work. Well, and then my internet stopped working, so I had to stop in the middle of my stream, and that was weird. But anyway, um, but yeah, I'm reading a short story from Captain Amp right now. What? Wait, or is this a character from the last story and I just don't remember? No? Hmm. Anyway, um, sorry, lost my train of thought there. All right. What is your real name, Sir Chicks-a-Lot? We don't have one. Dragmax. You can call us Cooper, Dave, and John. Merlot. We need a name. I'm still not sure who this character is. Anyway, how about Man Mantic Force? Narrator. The six friends are on the way to find a base, and Ashton, Xavier, and Oliver is are learning some future technology. Okay. The chemist and Xavier. We need a base. Maybe I have these characters wrong. I'm just thinking about that. Anyway, we could use my lab. What is the lab? You guys? Oh, you guys should follow me so you can learn about 2021. All right. Nice chapter 2 there. I'm pretty sure I completely butchered that ending there. But it's probably my bad. Um, hmm. Man, I really like that one prompt I was reading. I kind of want to read another one for it from it. Ah, okay. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Man, I really like this one short story prompt I was reading. I read two stories from it already. Um, so oh, Danny, thank you for the raid. Hedgehog Films, hello. Darn it. I need a command to welcome raiders. I just have a raid command. Rats. Thank you. Yeah, cause gotta level up, power up, whatever to the stream. Okay, I found another one. Let me see if it's short enough. And wow, that's a lot of words. Hmm. I'll come back to this. I'm not gonna read this tonight. You went to a musical? Oh yeah, Danny was streaming music, wasn't he? But he started after me, so it's not my fault I didn't get a chance to go. But yes, welcome in everybody that came from Danny's channel. Um, yeah, I just realized I need to get more in the habit of like saying hello and like kind of introducing myself. But yeah, I'm Atomic Dono. Don't know, whatever, don't care how you say it. Um, I usually stream games. Tonight wasn't working that well, so I decided to read short stories. So which by the way, this might become a new thing. So if you like this, just a heads up. I might not do it on today always, but we'll see about that. Man, none of these stories are really short. Kind of want a shorter one. But I think I might only be able to do like one or two short ones, which kind of sucks. But okay, I think I can read this. Let me just skim through it. Oh, it was a 10 out of 10 performance. That is awesome. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay, I can read this story. It is called The Package by Kevin Broccoli. Or actually, no. Before I get to that, I should ask from Danny himself, how was the stream? Since it was your first time trying music, and how are you doing today? Well, everybody, how's everybody doing today? If I haven't asked you already, hope everybody's doing good. But yeah, while you guys are answering that, mm, excuse me, I am going to read The Package by Kevin Broccoli. It's a short story from a prompt. Which actually here I should read the prompt since some of you guys just got here. Excuse me. The prompt is a package arrives at your character's house, but they didn't order anything. Write about what happens next. And this is a recent prompt. It was posted on the 26th of November and it ended the 20 sorry, what am I talking about? Yeah, the 26th of November was when it was posted and the 4th of December was when it ended. You had a fun time? Was a little music experiment? Nice, nice. Hey, if you don't know anybody from the music community on Twitch, I've gotten to know a couple now. So, just saying. Danny sang some awesome songs. That is awesome. I might have to go back and watch that VOD actually. Ouch. Sorry, I just smacked my microphone there. Which that's also oops. I was drinking some water there. My throat's feeling a little tired. Anyway, but let's read The Package by Kevin Broccoli. Why did I just say it like that? There's a package outside with my name on it. What would you like me to do? I don't know what number this is. I just dialed. I dialed until somebody picked up. You picked me. What would you like me to do? Can you help me? I'm sorry, but I'm not used to the phone. I don't trust it. I don't trust phones. Communication can be very tricky. I wouldn't even be calling, but this is an unusual circumstance. The package is just sitting there. Somebody should pick it up. I can't pick it up. I have been told not to pick up strange packages, strange boxes, things that have my name on them, but that I have not asked for or ordered, and this box applies. I did not order this box. I have no knowledge of this box. It's brown with no markings on it, no label, other than the one with my name and address on it. It's rather large, but not so large that it would lead me to think that there's somebody inside waiting to jump out at me. I would say a dog could fit in it, but it would have to be a dog of reasonable size, not a St. Bernard. It's certainly not a German. There are no holes in the box. That means if anything living is inside of it, I can't assure you that it will be alive much longer. But unfortunately, even if that is the case, I cannot open the box. I cannot touch it or bring it inside. Even I don't know why I keep having to clear my throat. Sorry. Uh, Even having it outside my house it is bringing me a great deal of anxiety. When I was younger, my mother would have us receive various things a ter when would have us recite the various things a terrorist could do to harm us, and one of those things involved leaving a package for us outside our homes. My sister loved mysterious packages. As a matter of fact, she was once left a package that turned out to be filled with several fingers. We never learned who the fingers belonged to, but my sister never recovered from the experience. She is currently residing somewhere in North Dakota, but I have no idea where or how I would reach her. Part of me wonders if this package might be from her, but I also know that she'd never want me to open anything I wasn't expecting. I will say, whoever sent it used very nice stamps. I appreciate someone who appreciates a good stamp, but even predators can be connoisseurs of the postal system in this country. You can never let your guard down, not for 1 second. Why, yes, I would like to speak to the police, but I'm shaken right now. I'm disturbed by how this has unfolded. On a Friday of all days. Who would do something like this to someone on a Friday? This will ruin my entire weekend. I had no plans this weekend, and I won't be able to make any plans. Not that I had planned on making plans, but had I planned on it, that plan would be out of the window by now. That is, if I had windows. I had them all boarded up after the last hurricane warning. I wasn't taking any chances. I rarely do. The only reason I even know there's a package outside is because my neighbor slipped a note under my door making me aware of it. I do not go outside except to chase away squirrels and to collect my copy of the local birdwatcher periodical. I don't watch for birds, but I believe that one day the planet will be overrun by them. And when that happens, I'd like to be prepared. My neighbor is the only person I trust to slip notes under my door, and even then, I burn all of them in my kitchen sink, because documentation is the surest way you'll get yourself thrown into a political prison of some kind. Those who are fearful of terrorists are often mistaken for terrorists because in avoiding the things we fear, we begin to resemble them. That is why my mother used to tell me and my sister as she was making us complete an obstacle course at 4 in the morning in the dead of winter. Would you be able to come pick up this package, bring it back to wherever it is you live, take it to your safe room, unpack it while wearing many layers of clothing, and let me know if it doesn't explode? I wouldn't want it to harm. I wouldn't want you to harm yourself, but I can't allow myself. Oh, sorry. I can't allow myself to be harmed. And so it stands to reason that I would have to let you risk your own life to protect mine. That's how a community works, correct? Am I correct? Right now, my community is mainly made up of my neighbor, who I've never actually seen, my mother, deceased, my sister, missing, and you, and whoever sent me this package. It wasn't you, was it? Well, if it was you, then whoever. Oh, if it wasn't you, then whoever sent it to me is also in my community. But that doesn't mean I can trust them. Not everyone in your community can be trusted. Salem was a community, but there were witches running around, and so that was a corrupted community. You can't always trust the people in your community, but I feel I can trust you because you were the first person that picked up after I dialed a series of numbers while in a state of shock. The universe led me to you, and you to me. Before my mother was whisked away by that pack of owls, she would have called that fate. Truth be told, I've I've been waiting quite a while for someone to come along and protect me from dangers. both perceived and highly perceived. Perhaps this package was the Trojan horse I've been searching for ever since I stumbled into this empty house to hide from the owls and made it my home. This might be what helps me find that special person who can do all the things for me that I'm afraid to do myself. Things like trying new foods and chewing new foods and walking downstairs into what I can only assume is a haunted basement filled with ghosts and rabid tarantulas. After you come pick up this package, discover whether it's lethal or not, and return it to me if it's not. Repackaged exactly how you found it. Exactly as you found it. You could slip a note under the door with questions on it so that you could get to know me and I could tell you about me. Eventually I'll have some questions for you as well, but that won't be for a very long time. I suggest you hurry though, because if something is alive in that box, it would have been nearly out of air by now. Goodness, I hope it's not an owl. I hate for you to have to open up this package and come face to face with something like that. Just imagine how surprised you'd be. I can't. I can't even imagine it. The end. What do you guys think of that story? But yeah, Danny said, same here, gonna watch the VOD and see how it sounded. Never did one of those till today. That is correct. You have not streamed music before. That's exciting. Something new is always exciting. Yep. But yeah, I don't know. I want to read another story, but I kind of gotta get going because I gotta go tomorrow, and I'm not gonna be able to stream for over a week. Actually, I found out. So sorry about that, guys. But I will be back ASAP. Well, heck, I probably could do one of these short story ones. It wouldn't be for as long, but I probably could do that sometime again. So it won't be exactly a week, because I'd hate to leave for a week. But yes, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for coming here. Now I need to find somebody to raid. I just thought about that. Oh my. And nobody I follow is streaming. But yes, thank you guys so much for coming by. Let me put some music back on while I find somebody. Oh, Twitch finally realized I got to... Oh! No way. No way. No way. Oh my gosh, no way. Well, now I don't really want to end. I gotta read another story. And yes. Alright, good night, Chief. Oh, you got work tomorrow? Yes, nice to meet you on my stream, because I met you in Hut stream, but yes, thank you. I'm so excited. I got to 50 followers. That's amazing. But yeah, and new Baroque. Wow, this shocked me. Yeah, I stream. Yeah, I guess I never really mentioned that. So yeah, dang. I kind of want to read another story now because if you just got here. But yeah, I usually stream games. Here, well, I guess I should give you an introduction. My name is Dono. Don't really care. Just prefer more Dono than Atomic, but whatever happens goes. I don't really care. Anyway, but yeah, I usually stream games, variety of games, Minecraft, Roblox, Gang Beast. I stream some other stuff. But yeah, tonight couldn't really get the games working, so I decided to read some short stories, and that's what I did. Um, you know what? I kind of want to read that Zero one again. That was pretty good. I think I'm gonna end it on that. But yeah, other than that, it kind of sucks because I gotta go for like a week and I won't be able to stream. But yeah. But yeah, welcome in, New Baroque. I really enjoy your streams. You are a great musician. I need I need to learn how to play an instrument good because I would love to stream music. That would be amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna read. You're welcome. Wait, I'm gonna read one more story. Well, I've read this one again, and technically this is the third time, but I don't know if the first time came through because my internet was being really bad. Ooh, I don't know. See, I have a ukulele already and a guitar. I don't know why I haven't even learned the guitar. I could have by this point. Ukulele, I know a little bit. It's not great. But yeah, maybe a piano because then I could make it sound like other instruments, right? If you get an electric piano, I don't know. I should learn an instrument. Who knows? Maybe violin. Then we'd be competing. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. But the story's called Zero, and I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name because I don't want to butcher it. But it's by MohitMamoria. But yeah, Zero. So I'll get to reading this. That's true. There's already a lot of violinists. Let's see. There's Amoroso violin. There's uh uh Jules World. Who else do I follow that plays violin? I don't know. There's some other people that I've been along on a raid, and they play violin. So yeah, there's a lot of violinists. You got that right. There's also a lot of pianists. Um, yeah, I don't know if I've been to any of their streams. Wait here, let me read this one last short story because why not? Well, that was not last if I've already read it before, but I don't know. I like it. It's kind of deep. Zero. Zero is a beautiful number, not because it is round and cute. That could be an argument for it nonetheless, but because what it signifies. It marks the beginning of something. It marks the lowest something or someone can go. It is the ultimate foundation to building upon and to building anything upon. Over the last several years, I've started several things from scratch and have failed at many, thus going back to zero. And I've realized there's nothing more liberating than being at zero, because the only way from zero is upwards. A very good friend once told me, "Don't worry if you failed. Rockets that touch the sky always launch from the ground." As J.K. Rowling, one of my favorite authors, says, rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. While zero is liberating, thrilling, and exciting, it is sometimes also daunting and overwhelming. Sometimes I have found myself afraid to do something because I was comfortable being at zero, and the task to go from 0 to 1 seemed unnerving. This challenge of writing 26 stories was one such adventure. I remember it was the 1st of April when I decided to pen down a story for each letter of the alphabet. I was afraid if I was unknowingly planning to fool myself on April 1st. I had no clue what to write, even for the first letter of the alphabet. I was afraid I'd ruin 26 stories if I began writing them just for the sake of writing. What gave me the courage to take up the challenge was to lower the expectations that I'd have from these stories. My purpose was not to write 26 bestseller stories. Mine was to make it a habit of writing every day. Some days, everything that came out of my pen was garbage. And on a few days, I loved what my hands typed on the blank paper. And today, with this last story, I am back at zero. a solid foundation for the next adventure. Writing has become my daily habit, and I can remember to write even without my calendar sending me a reminder. I am curious what I could make out of this habit. Shall I start another writing adventure? Will it be a similar series? Will it be a novel? Long due now. Or something different altogether? Whatever it be, I guess I'll be a little less nervous to begin whatever comes next. I am at zero again, and the only way to go from here is upwards, realizing that there'll be one less thing in my daily routine. I feel a particular kind of guilt. It's the kind of guilt that you feel when you have an ice cream without telling your younger sibling about it. You kind of like it that you have the ice cream, but also feel guilty for hiding it from them. On the new adventure, whatever it be, it's time to buy an ice cream for them this time. The end. Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you think? You're new here, new Baroque. Ah, you just want a pinata. Yes, I love that a woo emote. That is so good. Oh, thanks for the claps. Right? I kind of want some ice cream now. But yeah, and also before you came in, I was trying to find somebody to raid, but I don't really nobody I follow is streaming. So if you have any suggestions, cause you know a lot of people, I wouldn't mind writing. I wouldn't mind rating a music streamer. But yeah, if you got any suggestions of anybody that's live right now, shoot. I also I want to get that emoji thing. I've seen that on so many of the music streamers where like, it floats across the screen. I want to get that because that looks really awesome. Yep. But yeah, the circle is moving. But yeah, the background here, the little logo in the corner that's animated, uh, all that I drew myself. Oh, it's on Stream Elements? Really? Because I already used that for my chat, my alerts, my follower uh, counter there in the top corner. All that's already Stream Elements. Well, that's the case, then I'm gonna look that up. Well, I guess I'll find somebody. Okay, Camper Jan. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, I'll check that out after I stream. Oh, your phone almost died. Oops, that's not good. But yeah, cool. I'll look into that Capagen. Hmm. Who to raid? Who to raid? Oh, Kevin Y Wong is I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but he's streaming, and I think you've rated him a few times, or some. Well, yeah, I think you have, and then some other music streamers have as well. So I could do that. Oh, how funny! Yeah, I was there for a little bit. I didn't say hi because I was getting ready to start. Yes, I do have a raid call. I think anybody can use it, but I'm not sure. Also, I need to copy that. Thank you for reminding me. Um, but yeah, since I'm Atomic Dono, whatever, uh, in my Discord server and all that, you guys are my isotopes. That's what I say. So yeah, there, that's where I came up with my raid call. I don't know who to raid, but I guess we could do Kevin. Because I get, there's literally nobody else that I've been to before. I mean, I guess I could go to somebody new. Hmm, I don't know. let's just do Kevin. It'd be kind of funny if you ended up there again, right? But yeah, to everybody, thank you so much for, which I already said this once, but oh, well, anything, honestly, I'm open to anything. I don't care. I don't really, it's not like I'm on the front page or anything, but have a good night, Hedgehog Films. Thank you for stopping by. What was I saying? But yeah, thank you everybody for stopping by. I won't be able to stream for like a week and a half. But I'll be back, and I hope I can be streaming a lot more than I have been recently, which is kind of sad, but you know. Anyway, but yeah, and I hope to do more of this short story stuff because I actually really like this. This was a really good idea that I came up with last minute while I was streaming. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I'll check these people out. But yeah, here. While I'm doing that, let's have some music playing in the background. Yeah, that was kind of loud. Oh, he created Pyramid. Nice. Wait, here, let's see. I'll look up some of these people and see who I go with. Cool. Yeah, and I'm really glad I've gotten into music streams recently. Um, were you the first one? You were the first one, cause you were on the front page, and I was just watching one day. I was working, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's pretty cool. I'll pop in and say hi and all that." And yeah, I'm glad I did that though. Yep, you were the first one. And then I'm like, wow, music streams are pretty cool. Really? Wow, I would have never thought that. You know what? Maybe I'll raid GFP since. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. But yeah, make sure you got your raid call. But yeah, thank you guys so much for popping in tonight, and I'll be back ASAP. Let's see. Yeah, we'll let this song finish out. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a good night, and we're gonna raid GFP Solutions. And yeah, thank you for stopping by, New Baroque. Alright, but yeah, we're gonna finish this out, and make sure you got your raid call. Alright, good night, everybody.